Welcome. I'm Jim Dudley, the host of Policing Matters, and joining you from Motorola Solutions Summit, one of the nation's largest gatherings of public safety and government technology professionals. I'm joined by James Felton, Manager of IT Services with the Peel Regional Police, and Jason Hutchens, Area Sales Manager for Software with Motorola Solutions. Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome. Hey, good morning.
Great to have you. I'm looking forward to our conversation today on the convergence of radio, video, and AI, and what it means for both emergency response and evidence. James, can you talk a little bit about the overall strategy for the Peel Regional Police?
Absolutely. So I'll start off by quoting our chief. Our chief always likes to say that our kind of moonshot is to be the most progressive, innovative, and diverse police force in the galaxy. That's kind of his motto. So that's like we love technology. Anything we do to kind of help frontline is a big key, especially on the IT side of things. So yeah, we're always looking for kind of new and innovative ways to help officers get call time down, lighten their load. We're the third kind of largest police force in Canada, so we cover a huge geographical area. So it's a big space and it's a busy area.
Yeah, so you could definitely use the help with AI and all the technology we're seeing here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk a little bit about what it's like to be an officer on patrol today and the challenges of understanding in the midst of an emergency that's all going on at the same time.
So yeah, today it's there's so many inputs. I would say from the officer, right? They live in we live in their cars, right? It's a mobile office essentially, so they got to deal with radio traffic, information coming in from MDUs, CAD, cell phones. There's so many inputs. So yeah, kind of looking at how AI can kind of bring everything to a single pane of glass. Instead of having all these different inputs, have that AI correlate all that information and kind of have just one stream for that officer to look with and kind of work with and kind of get to emergencies.
Much better than trying to take a sip out of a fire hose.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, a lot of information, a lot of different applications, all telling us something different. So the idea to be able to funnel it through efficiency is the way to go. You're doing that through your real-time crime center?
That's one of them. So yeah, in Canada, we took a more kind of easier approach on the name, so we call it our Community Safety Operations Center.
Okay.
Just a little more Canadianize it a bit. And yeah, so that's our single pane of glass for kind of all our 911 calls, CAD events, radio. So they're kind of like the backbone of our comm center now, taking all the information from cameras, ALPR, and kind of getting it out to the officers in a much more efficient manner than how we've done it in the past.
Yeah, that's great. I understand you recently had a chance to test a new device that combines a radio speaker mic and body camera. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was very exciting. Coming from a very radio background, seeing the traditional RSM kind of with the coily cord over the shoulder for decades. So yeah, the new body cam, the SVX, seeing that RSM and the video in kind of one device was, my first thought, my initial response was that's a very impressive piece of hardware and the technology in it. The AI in it, again, kind of the audio quality that I got to see out of it, being able to whisper if an officer is in somewhere we can't kind of speak loud or needs to be a little more covert. Right, the audio on the other end is crystal clear. Right, being able to position it anywhere on the body and just have that amazing audio quality that people know from remote speaker mics or the traditional RSMs. And just like the video quality, the field of view is very impressive. Being able to stay like a few feet away from an interaction and kind of have a big field of view, kind of see the hands of the people you're talking to from an evidence management perspective, like that's very valuable.
Yeah, and aside from talking to dispatch, you can ask AI questions.
Yes, so yeah, we saw that in kind of on the stage yesterday, or on Tuesday rather. Yeah, being able to integrate it into our procedures and policies down the road is going to be very huge. Right, with Peel, we're hiring 370 net new officers this year. So kind of a lot of young blood coming into the organization, and there's a lot of material to digest in policing, procedures, policy, and just being able to have like an AI assistant that a lot of people are grown up with now, right? The young generation is, whether it's the Siri or the Google Assistant, like these are just things that people expect now. So for us to be able to give those tools to officers is awesome, and it's kind of what they're expecting now. But,
Yeah. Absolutely, they're used to it. They're using AI to assist them with writings, and I see it more and more integrated in policing. Jason, there's also an AI component to this device. How does it work, and what value does it bring to officers in the field?
Not just the officers in the field, but also the administrative side of the house as well. So you think about transcription, translation, redaction, all those things take an incredible amount of time, and they're evidentiary. So we have to think about those things. So AI brings all that together so the officer doesn't have to. But I'm really excited also about the ability to use Vicky to run searches and queries. I think that'll take a lot of time away from dispatchers having to do that. So just really excited about the SVX and our announcement of that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so I mean, again, efficiency and economy. We talk about the time savings and the hours and hours of work. No police officer joins to write
Correct.
police reports
Right.
or fill out forms. And I'm wondering, will the AI be able to integrate statistics as well?
Yeah, that's the neat thing with the way we're playing AI. It's across the whole portfolio, right? So when you think about license plate readers, CAD, RMS, 911, whether it's our best or CallWorks, be able to leverage that data now in a way that we've never been able to do before is really a game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. James, officers have a lot of admin responsibilities. When they're on the beat, are they looking for new tools and tech to streamline that part of the job where you don't have the ability to get to a radio car, but they're there in the field?
absolutely. Going back to the kind of the AI notes, and like you said, no officer joins policing to sit in an office and write reports all day.
Right.
So any time savings we can give officers for that is more time for them to be out in community, talking to the public, which is what they kind of really signed up to do. So yeah, leveraging AI for to get note taking, and then even on the redaction side for video. We're really looking forward to the AI tools and again with the SVX and the cloud solutions for redaction. Like redacting video takes a long time, doing it manually, and then if AI can do that, saves us time getting core packages ready. If it's a high pressure case, being able to just click boxes to redact screens, faces, that's huge for us in time savings. And again, kind of lightens the load on those people because there's so many interactions, right? There's a lot of video to go through, and again, just any tools to help streamline policing in any way. Another big one, just going to our Vesta. Before we went to NG 911, we had, if you called 911 in Peel, you were about on hold for up to 3 minutes, kind of worst times. With the AI in the next generation 911 and the Vesta product, our hold times are now like 8 seconds. So again, just being able to free up call takers' time so they can deal with people on the phone and not have to worry about the automatic callback that we've gotten from Vesta has been huge for our organization.
Yeah, and the turnaround time, response to calls way down, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so Jason, can devices like SVX and AI make evidence collection, verification, and reporting more efficient and accurate?
Absolutely. I think that's probably one of the largest highlights of AI in our devices, to be able to do those things. When you think about the officers out there doing their job, ultimately this goes to case closure and also potentially evidence for a case. Be able to harness and pull that together in a meaningful way versus always having to rely on human processes to do that. The more we can assist that, the better we're going to be to help those officers and the administrative side of the shop too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just thinking about redaction, I worked in the chief's office, in our legal office for reports requested Freedom of Information Act, and sitting there with a black marker, going through a report by hand. I mean, you talk about 2.5 minute savings on a dispatch call. Imagine the time savings for that alone.
And I think on top of that too, when you think about an officer going to court and have to testify, be able to have a full context of what happened in that incident or event is really incredibly powerful for the jury.
Yeah, so going back to the AI, I talked to some people here about, as an investigator, I was stymied by getting a partial plate and trying to follow up on it. Needle in a haystack for sure. But now we have the ability, not even without a plate, but just a description of a vehicle with some particular bumper sticker or something. Tell us about that.
Critical when you do think about our ability to do this, it's getting investigative leads. And more we can help officers get those investigative leads and do their normal processes, the more we're going to help communities be safer.
Absolutely. And so who's coordinating all this information at Peel? One manager at your, forget what you're calling your real-time crime center. Help me out.
The CSOC.
The CSOC.
CSOC.
Community Safety Operations Center.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a big part of it. And again, kind of going just the new AI workflows that are becoming available, whether it's a partial plate or a description. Instead of having someone manually have to take that information, type it into a computer, and it kind of goes down that workflow line. Right now with AI tools that they can automatically take that information and pass it on to the next step automatically, right? I kind of see a future where that information will automatically go into our vehicle manager solution for ALPR, and then that can just hit all of our cars out on the road or ALPR cameras. So just those the seconds saved, where it kind of really matters, right? Instead of having those minutes where manual entry, AI to kind of streamline all these workflows will be hugely beneficial to the community and public safety.
Yeah, and we were really celebrating when ComStat came up and crime maps, and I would imagine AI is telling us where to send cops.
It may, but ultimately, humans are always going to be in the final decision-making part of that. But the more we can get recommendations based on the data objectively, that's always going to be good for public safety.
Great. Jason, James, thank you so much for spending time and telling us about AI and what's coming next for policing.
Thank you very
Thanks for
much.
having us.